Welcome back to the Meeple Marathon. Today we're going to be breaking into Star Wars Battle of Hoth. This is from Days of Wonder. It's a re-implementation of Memoir 44. Obviously with the Star Wars theme. Since I picked it up at Gen Con, I was given this little promo set of structure miniatures. So let's actually dive into this first so we don't lose track of this. Not sure exactly how. Okay, there are some instructions, I guess. No instructions. Yeah, I don't know if these are just going to be purely cosmetic or what. There's no cards in here for these. No rules, but we have the kind of anti-aircraft gun and the shield generators. Possibly these are just represented by tokens in the core box here, and these will just look fancier on the board. But there we go. These are legitimately paintable too. So nice and chunky size. We'll see how big the other components are. Standard kind of Memoir 44 components were pretty small in comparison. So let's take a look here at what we've got. All right, we have a rule book. Like I said, this should be, if you have played, yeah, see here you can see 3 structure pieces. So the promo set is just giving you a 3-dimensional version for the other person to target. But if you're familiar with Memoir 44, this should be pretty familiar for you here. Quite a large appendix at the back. It's only 5 or so pages of rules and then a large appendix. So team mode for 3 to 4 players, playing with leader cards, objectives, terrain, specific cases, and then we have our scenario book. So let's see, how many scenarios are we getting here? Actually quite a bit, it looks like. Imperial Scout Mission, Snowspeeder Counterattack, Enemy Spotted, Successful Landings, Hill Alpha Defense, Retrieve Imperial Data, Outpost Attack, Medevac. Man, we're still going. Securing Defensive Positions, Target the Shield Generators, Rebel Breakout, Under Siege. I'm actually impressed with the amount of scenarios we have here. Enter Echo Base, Protect Rebel Transports, Southgate Retreat, Echo Base Evacuation, Last Stand, and Assault on Hoth. This one is orange. Epic. Okay, this is the epic scenario, what everybody is looking for. All right. Battle for Hoth scenario editor, found at daysofwonder.com. That's cool. Create your own battle scenarios, share your creations with others, and play new scenarios created by the community. So that's cool. All right. We've got some player aids here, just kind of floating around. Looks like just one for the terrain, and then one for the symbols. These are double-sided rebels. And campaign. Okay, campaign 1, Assault on Echo Base. If you're playing this campaign as the Galactic Empire, take this booklet and follow these rules. Set up the scenario indicated. Okay, was that the first scenario? Assault on Echo Base? No, Imperial Scout Mission. So, yeah, this has like various chapters. That's interesting. Okay, and then we've got one for the Rebels. Expand your gameplay by embarking on this alternate campaign. That's cool. And then we've got campaign 2, Outpost Delta and Outpost Delta. Wow, there's a decent amount of content here. All right, look at this. Such a simple addition, but here we have terrain tiles. So these are the things that we have replacements for. So there you go. That's what we've got. But that's cool. That'll make a nice addition to the game. We got some wreckage, some ice crystals, hill terrain. I'm not quite sure what these are. A crag. So there's that. Not a ton, but then we have a board. Let's see. This appears to be double-sided. So we have this side, which is the epic side. I don't know whether or not I have it turned correctly, because there's this line. If I turn it this way, then there's just this odd middle flank and left flank. Maybe you need 2 copies in order to play epic. Maybe that's what it is. That's, I bet, what it is. So if you pick up another copy of the game, you create the center, right, and left flanks. So that's a little disappointing. Let's check back here. I'm curious as to scenario book, battle Hoth. All right, epic scenario. If you own 2 copies of the base game or have the opportunity to combine your game with that of a friend, you can play in an epic scenario on an oversized battlefield involving more units on both sides. To do this, simply place the backs of the boards side by side. The rules are identical to those of the standard scenarios. Okay, well, that's a little disappointing, but I'm not like that surprised. Okay, so look, we've had even a little spot for our upgraded minis. Interesting. So yeah, these might be, I mean, these are pretty small, but they're still pretty good detail. These are the, the snow troopers, obviously, the scout droids, and then your Imperial walkers. Ooh. And obviously, the toy factor is part of the reason why this game was so hot at Gen Con. Nice lid saying you are the Empire. Fits nicely in there. And now we have the Rebellion side. So here are our Rebel troopers right there. We've got a snow speeder. Lots of snow speeders. And 2 stationary turret guns. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just plop you right there and see. That's not gonna fit. So maybe we go here and here, and then this guy cozies in here. I don't know. Well, I don't want to, that big guy may not fit anywhere. So there we go. We've got, looks like, spot for dice over here. But here are the custom dice. You're basically going to roll these, and if you hit, when you're attacking, if you're attacking, say, foot soldiers, and you roll these, you're going to do the attacks and the misses and things like that. So, it's standard Memoir 44 rules. This looks like a good spot for the tokens here. Each side's going to get a couple card trays, actually. So if you're playing up to 4 players, that's all going to be there. And then we have some cards. So let's just check and see. Check and make sure. Nope, no secrets underneath. But that's fine. Decent insert here. And then, yeah, here are your cards. So we should have some Rebel cards. These are probably leader cards, I believe. I'll have to check on that. So, yeah, Rebel and Empire. So, yeah, here it says you get to, if you play this card, you activate 1 unit on the left flank. And then when drawing a new command card, draw 2, choose 1, and discard the other. So, there's one of these for each side. Here it's just 2 units on that left flank. Nothing special. Here it's all units on the left flank. Obviously the cards that you get in your hands are going to be random. So here's order 3 units of the same type. These units may move 1 additional hex. Stuff like that. So pretty straightforward. I forgot to see, what did the box say? The age range here, 8+. I think that's probably pretty accurate. Route incursion. I don't exactly know what these cards are for. They're like bonus cards. Maybe they're like your starting cards or something like that. And these, you have pretty much the exact same deck for the good guys. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We will probably do some more coverage of this game down the road here. Once we figure out where I need to figure out where this guy can go. He's a little bigger than expected. But other than that, everything has its place. Your smaller tokens, your terrain tokens, board on top here fits nicely in this area, and then your various rule books. So yeah, very excited for this one, purely just for the nostalgia factor. Battle of Hoth was easily one of the best battle scenes in all of the Star Wars movies. That, along with, you know, the assault on the Death Star scenes, both in Return of the Jedi and regular Star Wars. But this one, you know, holds a special place in a lot of people's hearts. So anyways, if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Again, keep an eye out for some sort of coverage of this in the future, once we get it situated. Other than that, if you have any questions, let me know, and thanks for watching.